If you're a homeowner in the Greater Edmonton Area or thinking of becoming one, I've got the news on the market trends for May 2023. Make sure you stick around to the end of this video so you can learn about some of the hidden opportunities, whether you're thinking of buying or selling. Okay, let's start with a high-level market overview. Well, the market is hot right now, guys. There was 1 week at the end of last month where I was actually in 6 multiple offer situations within the course of just a few days. So in May, there was 2.6 months of supply available in the Greater Edmonton Area, which means we were in a seller's market. So to remind you, 4 to 6 months of inventory indicates a balanced market. Less than 4 months means there's low available inventory, which can drive prices up and cause the multiple offer situations that we're seeing right now in the Greater Edmonton Area. More than 6 months obviously then creates the opposite situation. So comparing May to April, in April there were 3.4 months of inventory, so you can really see why we had a massive increase in this activity. It's been pretty great to see actually. In May, there were over 2,700 properties sold, and just to put it in perspective, to compare this to May last year, there were 2,900 properties sold in May. So this amount of activity is super encouraging to see, especially because we had a pretty slow start to the year in terms of sales. Okay, let's check out the average price. So the average price for a home in the Greater Edmonton Area right now is $421,000, and this includes all residential. This is a pretty big increase when we compare it to April, where in April for all residential, the average price was $409,000. So that's an increase of 2.9% month over month when we compare April to May. When we break it down by housing category, we see that for detached homes, the average price was $521,000. For semi-detached, it was $382,000, and for townhouses, we're looking at $253,000 in May. Okay, list to sale price ratio. So moving along, the average list to sale price ratio was 97% in May. So properties were selling for about 97% of list price, so just under asking. This is slightly less than last year where properties were selling at 99% of list price, but this is still a great number. Days on market. So how long is it taking for properties to sell? On average in May in the Greater Edmonton Area, it was taking about 42 days for a property to sell. In April, it was about 44, so houses are going just slightly faster, but pretty consistent. Last year in May, houses were selling in about 29 days, so buyers are being a little bit more methodical in their decision making because of the higher interest rates, but the transactions are still taking place, as I mentioned, with over 2,700 properties being sold last month. And the topic on everybody's mind, interest rates. So if you're thinking about buying real estate in the near future, mortgage rates are now ranging between about 5% to 6.7% on average, depending if you are going fixed or variable and which type of lender you're using. The slight increase from that lower end of 4.39 in April isn't really stopping buyers though. In fact, I'm seeing the increase in the rate is probably putting pressure on buyers to find a property so they can lock that in. So to recap with market trends, things have been extremely exciting in May, as I mentioned, with a huge uptick in activity that'll continue into the summer months. If you're thinking about selling, now is an absolutely fabulous time to list and to take advantage of the strong market that we're seeing in this seller's market. If your property is marketed, staged, and priced correctly, there's a chance you could even see multiple offers depending on the price category that you're in. There's a massive number of people relocating to Alberta right now and not enough houses to sell them, so maybe yours could be one of the houses that is sold and you can finally make that move up that you've been dreaming of. If you're thinking of buying, make sure you're working with an agent. You may be able to hop onto realtor.ca and see that it looks like there's a lot of inventory available, but what you can't see is that a huge chunk of those properties are probably already pending, especially if they're under that $450,000 mark. So get an agent that can set you up on a search portal so you can actually see which houses are pending and which are available. And that agent will also be able to get you into the property in a timely manner so you don't miss out. Basically, when it comes to buying or selling, your situation is unique, so you shouldn't try to rely too much on general market updates. If you want a more accurate analysis for your property, or you're thinking of buying and want to know about the hidden opportunities, you can always request a free market evaluation or book a chat with me. I'll give you the straight facts without any pressure so that you can make the best decision based on your personal situation. If you are interested, you can contact me to set up a meeting. My contact details are below. See you again next month with an updated report. Stay tuned.